Hi, welcome back. I'm Johanna. Today I'm going to share with you some things that I got from the Goodwill and some thoughts I have about secondhand shopping and the Goodwill in particular. All right, I'm going to tell you that when I was a kid, my parents were divorced and I would go stay with my dad, and he would drag me to the flea market like every Saturday that I was up there. So he would give me like 20 bucks and I would go wander around and buy stuff, and oh, it was so fun. And then my mom, she always went to secondhand stores because she needed to be able to buy us clothes. She had 3 kids that she was raising, and so she would drag us to the Goodwill. And back then, in the early 80s or so, okay, so the Goodwill had big tables, and they were like big bin tables, and all the clothes would just go in there, and she would dig and dig and dig, and we would wander around the store. We were gone just wandering around, look at things. We were probably pretty good kids because no one ever got onto us. We didn't run around the store and stuff. We knew how to act. But it felt like she would be in there for hours and hours digging through these bins, and we just got so sick of it. And she would take us to different secondhand stores. It was fun looking and finding things, and that really got me started on just a lifetime of loving secondhand stores. There was, when I was in my 20s, maybe early 30s, there's a store in a town, in a separate town, and my older son is the only one that lived there on his own. And it was funny because like on a Sunday, like I would show up at the store, my sister and her daughter would show up, my older daughter would show up there, my son, my mom. It was like a family reunion. It was so funny. It's just in our blood. And my mom passed away in 2020, not from COVID. She was sick for a while, and a couple months before she passed away, I said she couldn't go anywhere anymore. She had gotten bad enough to where it just wasn't comfortable or doable for her to go places. And I was like, I'm going to the Goodwill. And it was really heartbreaking because she just said, like wistfully, oh, I want to go. And so when I went, I took a little video and I sent it to her. And she had a good attitude, like happy that I found something. After she passed away, I still went to, whenever I'd go to secondhand stores, I would see something and be like, oh, Mom would like this, or, I wish I could show this to Mom. It's very hard to not be able to do that with her anymore. Secondhand shopping is sort of like therapy for me, and that's my excuse, and I'm going to stick to it if I don't get my fix, But also, it's very frugal, and so when you don't have a lot of money, that's the way you can live. And if you could be extremely happy to go do it that way, then, right? Isn't that better? All right, so I'm going to show you what I got. So the first, oh, did I tell you? Yeah. So this Goodwill, it's in a town by us. It was a grand opening, and wow, it was so stocked and with such nice stuff. I've never been to a Goodwill like that before. It was so fun. I always like to look at the china and everything. I've collected over the years, and I've gotten rid of a lot. Right now I don't really have much. I allow myself to buy little things, but I wanted some blue and white, and I've been kind of getting into these little Japanese dishes, and so I think this is Japanese, I don't know, but it was $1.49 in these plates, and I want to wash that gray like silverware scuff marks off. I got 4 of these, and I was so excited because they were only $1.49. I had seen some other plates that I really wanted, but I put them back, and I got those, and then I was really bummed out because when I always check around and make sure there's no chips, that they're in good shape. And I really did that with these, and it was so irritating because when I got home, 2 of them on the back had cracks. And I was just like, I didn't get the other plates that I liked because I wanted to get those because they were kind of unique. And they were cheaper. But these other plates, they haunted me. So I ended up going back a couple days later and getting these. So these are Blue Willow, which I didn't really know about. I didn't really pay attention to that. I just knew I wanted some blue and white, and these are not old. They're from England, and they were $2.49, and they're dishwasher safe and microwave safe. Yeah, so I actually want to use them. You know, I didn't want to just have something that looks pretty. I wanted to be able to use, because, and I know that if you get some old china and if it's cracking and things, it might not be safe. And plus, you know, you want to be careful with it. So I was really glad to find these. So I got 8 of them. So I got those, and then I also got these little bowls. I think they're really cute. They were $1.49 each. I'm guessing that maybe they're for some kind of a dipping sauce or something. But I feel like we could actually use these, and it would be really fun. And then I found these bright yellow napkins, which I think are pretty. And they were like brand new, or I wouldn't have bought them. I don't want anybody's old stained up napkins, which, you believe it or not, some places do sell old stained up napkins. Ugh. That's like buying old underwear, right? So I got these, 4 of them for $1.99. And I also got this, little chopsticks, and my 7-year-old is so happy about those. Dings. And I will also show you, wait a minute. All right. Oh, yes. And so about probably maybe a week and a half after the Goodwill first opened, I ended up going in there, just ran in real quick, and I found a really cool shelf, and I'm going to show you that. And then after that, so it was a glass, I mean, it had glass doors, and it was funny because the day before I went in and found it, I was watching a video, and this lady was going to an antique store, and she just had all the money she could want to spend, and she found this little cabinet that had glass doors, that was like a little bookshelf or a display cabinet, and it was small, and I thought, oh, that's nice. I never have enough money or enough luck to go and find something like this, a cabinet like that, because, you know, when you live in a small place, like, I need something that size, something small, because we tried a big bookshelf there and it didn't work out because it was just too overwhelming for the space. And so the next day I end up popping into the Goodwill, and boom, there's this little antique, like almost like hers. Hers was a little fancier. It had glass doors, shelves, and, you know, it was so cute. And I thought, oh my goodness. I felt like a little blessing from the Lord, like he was saying, okay, so you might not have everything you want, but you can, you know, sometimes you can still have things that you really want. And here is the little cabinet. I want to replace those knobs. Those are awful. But here's the little cabinet. It's got glass doors. This was only $29. But I thought, you know what? It's just going to be something for me to put some pretty things in, meaningful things in. So I am really excited about this one. And so then it was funny because a few days later, my husband and I went to this other secondhand store. They were having a sale on their furniture, half off. So we went up there thinking maybe there'd be a chair. And I ended up finding the cutest little secretary desk. And I've always wanted one of these, or a little old roll top. And I went in there and I found this little, it's tiny, it's a tiny little baby. And it is so cute and so small that I could actually have it in my little single wide mobile home. So I'm really excited. I will show you that too. So this opens up like that. And you could even just write little letters there. I was thinking that I could use this for the mail. That's probably what they originally intended it for. Oh yes, and I got this lovely, lovely little
Okay, I took the price tag off. It's $1.49, but it is an oldie. And it's, you know, I think it was a recipe box, but I use those kind of cards all the time. So anyway, this will be really handy to use. And only $10. And it's still standing. And funny thing is, this little keyhole here, we have a old hutch from my husband's great-grandmother, and the key actually fits and works. Maybe they had a universal key back then. I don't know, but I loved this little guy.
Two small antiques that I've been wanting all in one week. I'm like really excited. So thank you for watching. What have you been finding? Share with us the things that you're looking for and what you like to find. And I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.